let's talk about the ideal investment. What are some things that we look for when we put our money into something, hoping to have it grow and have it come back to us? Well, a high consistent rate of return is one thing, isn't it? I mean, we always talk about rate of return. You're at the water cooler and talking to your coworkers about your rate of return and your retirement accounts or whatever. So a high consistent rate of return would be a good quality in the ideal investment, correct? How about liquidity and an easy exit strategy? What if you needed to take some money out of that investment and you were able to do that pretty quickly and easily? How about guarantees? You're going to guarantee that your money is going to continue to grow. Safety. You don't want to have to worry about anything in that regard. How about some tax benefits? Wouldn't it be nice to have maybe some type of tax advantage or even some tax-free qualities to this ideal investment? How about no market volatility? We don't have to worry about the roller coaster ride with some ups and downs as we do in some other types of investments. Creditor protection. Wouldn't it be great that this investment, if you got sued, they can't come after this or you for this part of your portfolio? Inflation proof. Inflation is a silent tax, and this can help be an inflation proof or have something that's inflation proof would be a good ideal investment. Control of the asset. How about that? You see, when you have control, that makes it easy to manage. When you give up control, a lot of people don't want you to mess with your money or take it out or do something else with it because they seem to be in control, even though it's your money. Well, this ideal investment, maybe you want to have control of that asset, easy to manage. And how about low fees or no penalties? I know some of those retirement accounts, you get a pretty stiff penalty if you want to take some money out, correct? And how about something that's reputable? We don't want to put our money somewhere that, don't know if it's going to be there the next day or anything along those lines. How about this one? Private. No 1099s. You get a 1099 on things that grow for you, don't you? That means if you don't get a 1099 in this ideal investment, there's no tax to pay, is there? That would be good for having all these qualities in an ideal investment. But here's the thing. This ideal investment is dividend paying whole life insurance. That's all. You see, insurance companies, in the long run, they pay maybe around 4% growth on these investments. Now, when you factor in some tax qualifications or tax efficiencies, like the growth inside of it is not taxed. If you get a dividend, it's not taxed and it goes to the continual growth inside of it. So that gives you a little bit better return on this ideal investment. And that can be a very high rate of return if you die early. Let's say you put $10,000 into some investment today and 2 weeks later you pass away. Well, your beneficiaries, whoever that may be, will get your $10,000 minus maybe any tax or anything like that. You put $10,000 into a life insurance policy, you're going to get hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is pretty awesome. Not that we want to die shortly after we make any type of investment, but that's a pretty high rate of return. Oh, sorry about all of that stuff. This isn't even an investment. All the stuff we're talking about, whole life insurance, that's all it is life insurance. A lot of people think, though, that life insurance is an investment. It is not, but it gives you all these great qualities, almost everything that we want in an investment, don't we? So why don't we put money in life insurance? Well, that's a great question. You see, life insurance, a life insurance policy, a properly designed whole life insurance policy, is the platform which runs the IBC process, or the infinite banking concept. Started by Nelson Nash in my screen here. He started the infinite banking concept. Becoming Your Own Banker is a book you should really, really read a number of times to understand what this is. So here we are, we're talking about an ideal investment that has wonderful qualities, that's not even an investment, but it is the tool, the platform for which the infinite banking process runs. So What is infinite banking? Well, we have this financial problem that faces all of us when we give control of our cash flow to outsiders. I mean, that's what we're doing, aren't we? A typical employee, they'll plow all sorts of money into tax qualified plans, retirement accounts, and their money really is in prison. I mean, what can you do with the money inside those plans? So when this employee needs to buy something, maybe a car, fund a wedding, go on a nice vacation, what do they have to do? They have to borrow money from outside bankers. Now, the problem is not only the interest that you have to pay, but it's the loss of control. When you have to borrow money on your credit card or from another lender, outside banker for something, who's in control? They are, right? They want their payment each and every month. And what happens if you don't pay it, right? You fall behind on your car payments, let's say. Eventually, the bank comes and takes your car away, dings your credit as well, don't they? Well, the solution Nelson Nash discovered was to become your own banker, to act like those guys who are lending money to you. Now, what he meant was that we should set up just a warehouse, a place to stash our cash. We have to put our money somewhere, a place to store it that we can tap into it for those big ticket items as they come up. Cars, weddings, again, a nice vacation, appliances, whatever it may be. So the specific vehicle that Nelson talks about and recommends for the infinite banking concept is a dividend paying whole life insurance policy. Again, we have to put our money somewhere. When we put it in this vehicle, you'll be blown away by what it can do for you. So let me just explain this a little bit different in a brief way. You make a premium payments to your whole life insurance policy, just like you make premium payments for car insurance, except this is a lot different. That's what, and it's called this cash surrender value that keeps rising when you make these payments, because part of the payments is for this cash surrender value. This is how much the life insurance company would pay you if you shut down your policy. Now, you make a premium on a car insurance policy, they're never going to pay anything back if you decide to shut it down, are they? But you'll get some of this back with a life insurance policy. But it also shows how much that you can borrow against your life insurance policy, and it is guaranteed. No questions asked. You just sign a one-page application, your name, your policy number, how much you want, and you sign it and send it off, and your check is on the way. Pretty cool. You see, insurance companies, they collect premiums. Banks, Wall Street, they have investment vehicles that you put your money in. And banks, they have financial products and services. They want your money to be put in those things, correct? Now, the infinite banking strategy is the utilization of money. It's not park your money and pray. It's the utilization or using your money. And that's through policy loans, taking a loan against that cash surrender value that we talked about. And in order to finance all those major purchases in your life, cars, weddings, again, major appliances, whatever the case may be, right? Home repairs could be on that list. Obviously, there's college, maybe even the purchase of home investments like gold, buying a business, or whatever the case may be. Or you could even use it to eliminate debt and create wealth at the same time. You can create wealth off your own indebtedness when you start to understand how powerful this is and put it into place. So the IBC policy owner's has control over the money that this provides. It's a superior money growth and cash flow management system that gives you flexibility on your policy loan terms and even tax planning options at passive income time. That means retirement, which we don't like to use that word, but at passive income time, you get some good tax planning options and tools to use. Now, it's a completely different process for warehousing our money. We're taught to just put it in the bank down the street, aren't we? And then be under their control or tie it up in those government plans we talked about. And we offers a way to finance those household big ticket purchases in your life. Again, instead of going to someone else and letting them be in control of what happens. It's a way to capitalize and grow our business Well, our household is a business, so we can use it for that. Or if you actually have some type of business, landscaping, or car repair shop, whatever the case may be. It's just a simple, ideal cash flow management system. You see, the insurance policy is not really literally a bank, but it's specially designed, whole life policy or whole life contract, to practice a form of privatized banking. Again, private, no 1099s. We're just building up a pool of capital to finance those things in our life. And when you have capital, opportunities will find you. I want to thank you for your time. I'm Brian Fleming. Financial Fortress Builders is my company. I'm a cop who sought the truth. Now I teach financial truth. I teach you what the infinite banking concept is. I teach you about it. I'm your infinite banking coach. Again, as a cop, I saw victimization. I see that in the financial world. There's a lot of things we just aren't told everything we should be told about. Let's just uncover this. Let's peel the onion back. Let's figure out what this ideal investment is, or actually what a whole life insurance policy is, and how it can work to your benefit, how powerful it is, and to implement the infinite banking concept in your life so you have more money flowing to you instead of away from you, so that you're in control instead of putting someone else in control. Because when we give up control of our money, we are not free. How free would you like to be? Come talk to me. I have the key. Again, Brian Fleming, Financial Fortress Builders. I'd love to talk to you. Let's just have a conversation and see where it goes. Thanks for watching.